Welcome back to another Call of Duty Black Ops 3 video. In today's video, you guys are going to be watching kind of an older gameplay of mine. A lot of you probably haven't seen this, but this is the time whenever I dropped 225 kills solo in a demolition lobby. This was during the double XP demolition playlist a while ago, and it was on Xbox One as well. And at the time, whenever I did get this gameplay, it was tied for #1 in the world for most solo kills, and that was with Doom FIFA Kill. I made sure I did my research at the time, and that again was the only other highest documented solo kills on YouTube. So pretty cool feature right there, and I just wanted to go over into kind of a little bit more of an instructional commentary on how I was able to achieve this feat and get other high kill solo gameplays as well, just because I've been getting a lot of requests about Black Ops 3 tips and whatnot, and I just wanted to share as much as possible as I could with you guys, because it seems like you guys are really enjoying the commentary videos I've been doing, rather than just having the plain old music and gameplay videos as well. So first thing that I really wanted to say is making sure that you have a class that's comfortable. For me, I was using a Man of War, and granted, this was back in the day when I was still using the super classes and everything like that, so you'll have to forgive me for that. At the time, I don't play like that anymore, and I always recommend using something that is legit and that you're very comfortable with. So another big feature that you guys can see is running score streaks that definitely help you get those kills. I really never run lethal score streaks anymore, just primarily because too many people leave and it's annoying because it's impossible to get lobbies nowadays if everyone rage quits. So I don't ever really run streaks unless it's just a Wraith every now and then. But I always recommend running something like that if you're planning on going for high kills. So a Wraith Hater Wraps is what I was running in this gameplay. So main thing as well is that you got to make sure that you're pushing the spawns as much as possible, because you're obviously needing to get as many kills in the short amount of period of time that you possibly can do. So as you guys can possibly see, I'm pretty much always in their spawn, trying to kill as many of them off spawn, just to kind of keep them in a trap, essentially, but more or less so. I got very lucky, I would say, in this demolition gameplay, just because it didn't even go into overtime. It's just that I kept getting lucky on when people would plant the bomb or defuse, and I was just very fortunate that it lined up accordingly. So, but if it would have gone into overtime, I probably would have gotten 250 in the gameplay and gotten the world record, but you know, it is what it is. But going back to it as well, another one of my tips that I really wanted to say is that make sure you have your safe spots on the map. So like whenever you're playing close to streaks and you want to make sure that you achieve those streaks, do something where you feel comfortable that you know you can win those gunfights. Sometimes whenever I'm playing on Nuketown, for example, since we're on this map and watching the video, I always like to bus jump whenever I get probably about 3 off my streaks, just so I can try to secure those and make sure that I don't die off them, because there's nothing more annoying than dying off the streaks, you know. So just trying to play as smart as possible and playing to your advantage. I mean, you know yourself, you know your play style more than anyone that you play against, so you just got to make sure that you highlight your strengths and use them to your best advantage, rather than just always full sending on everything, just because that doesn't always work out in the end for you. But I'm going to make a video covering on rushing tips for all Call of Duties, not just Black Ops 3, just because I feel like you guys play more than just Black Ops 3. I'm sure a lot of y'all are still playing Black Ops 4, or even some of the older CODs like Black Ops 2 and whatnot. So I'll definitely make more of a discussion video on highlighting those tips. Primarily, I just wanted to talk about this gameplay and just kind of reminisce over it, just because it has been a while since I've gotten it. And I just stumbled upon it again. I'm like, this would be a fun little discussion on how I kind of in-depthly did this gameplay. So going kind of back to the gameplay as well, I mean, to be honest, you pretty much have to get lucky with the lobby as well, just because if you do get people that are going to be sweating the absolute balls off the entire game, it's going to be very difficult for you to consistently drop streaks on them and get high kills. But I mean, sometimes it happens, but if you're going for a super high kill gameplay like this, it's pretty much not going to happen with that. But I mean, if you're going and pushing the spawns on kids who are not really shooting back much, or kids that you've learned their patterns, I mean, it makes it pretty easy. And you can see right there, I managed to play that pretty intelligently, because I was waiting for him to plant the bomb, because that gives you more points if you were to kill him while he's planting that, rather than waiting. So sometimes it's just little things like that that really help push you in this game, and really get you those streaks, which can push you to the next level. Because there was a couple times in this gameplay where I did die right off of streaks, or I just got my Wraith and I choked my Hater and Wraps, and that would have been a completely different game changer if I would have gotten those two as well. But I mean, in this gameplay, you guys might notice if you have a keen eye that I was playing on a little bit higher sensitivity than what I did now. This was back in my prime, so I was playing on a 6.5 I think in this game, so I was in a little bit better control because I was playing this game every day for multiple hours of the day rather than just hopping on after I get off work and stuff like that. So I was definitely a lot more keen with my shot and everything like that than I am now. So you guys can obviously notice that as well. But I mean, the main things to take away from this though is just making sure that you have a class that's comfortable with, running streaks that can allow you to take advantage of to get a lot of kills. I mean, it doesn't even have to be these 3 streaks that I'm running. Like, if you're good at consistently getting a Sentry Gun, a Cerberus, or Hellstorm, I mean, if you can repeat those over and over again without default, it's going to help you get high kills. That's going to be great for you. I mean, just know the type of player you are. If you're going for your first 100 kill gameplay, try using streaks that you feel comfortable you can consistently get. I mean, you don't have to run all these high streaks because, I mean, 90% of the time I choke them and it's not like I really do anything with it. And I'm like, well, man, if I would have been running those lower streaks, I could have gotten a lot more kills or something like that. But if you guys ever see me play like against sweats or whatnot back in the day, or to have those trashing sweats videos, you'd always see me throw on some lower streaks like Sentry Guns or Cerberus and stuff like that, just because I had a lot more confidence in my ability to be able to get those more consistently than running like a Wraith, Wraps, or Hater. So it's just all about knowing yourself and playing to your advantage again. And highlighting it again is just using a class that you're comfortable with. I always recommend using something like a Man-O-War or Kuda or even the M8 on Nuketown, just because those are going to be your maps that you typically highlight your most kills on as well. For me, it's just what I'm most comfortable with using, because on every single account I have, those are pretty much my top 3 guns that I do have on there. I mean, if you guys have a gun that you prefer and you can replicate multiple consistent gameplays with, I mean, have at it, use it. I'm not telling you not to use specific guns. I'm just simply saying what works for me best rather than anything else. So all I can do is just preach of what I've done, you know. But everyone else has their own system to what they do. So I hope you guys understand that. But I mean, all in all, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the gameplay. I've kind of droned on enough, and I think I've said my piece and got on my soapbox. So let me know what you guys think of this. I just wanted to commentate over it a little bit and hopefully give you guys some tips on how to get your first high kills gameplay if you haven't gotten one already, or if you've gotten a good amount of kills and you want to get more. I guess try to watch it and see if there's anything you guys can learn from it, or if you guys have any tips for me, post them down below and I'll be sure to look into those so I can try to do another one or replicate this as well. But thank you guys for the support on everything like that, and I'm gonna leave you guys with some music and the rest of the gameplay for you guys to watch out to. So I appreciate you guys for everything, and I'll see you all in the next one.
Blinded by the light ahead, thought about just what you said. Connecting lives is what you planned. After all, let's take a chance. Turning destiny
The night has come, it's cold and losing my control. Your light is gone, and lonely darkness fill my soul. I wish that you could save me from my isolation. It's way too complicated. Let's stop this conversation. Let's stop this conversation. We got no relation. It's crazy, you could save me from my isolation. My too complicated. Stop this conversation. Your light is gone, and lonely darkness fill my soul. I wish that you could save me from my isolation. It's way too complicated. Let's stop this conversation. Let's stop this conversation. We got no relation. No relation. We got no relation. No relation. Night is coming. It's crazy. Night is coming. And it goes like this. You could save me.
my senses will decay.